Welcome back to Page to Picture, the podcast where books come to life on screen and in conversation. I am your host, Kim.
And I am your host, Tiff, and today we are all about friendship, heartbreak, and life-changing adventures.
We read The Lifeless by Lori Nelson Spielman and watched the movie adaptation. And checking out goals has never felt this emotional, at least for me. We'll leave it
Yes,
there.
at least for Kim. So grab your snacks, tissues, and maybe your own bucket list because we're diving into dreams, heartbreaks, and everything in between. But before we start, Kim, how art thou?
That is okay. Yesterday, or I don't know, the last couple days, my stomach's been having issues. So just dealing with that. And yeah, like even right now, sitting here, my stomach's kind of in pain a little bit. Bruce,
Why?
please.
Oh my God, Bruce is like, what about me?
What about my ear? He's like, it's been like years.
Yeah, he's like, hello,
No, it's just,
suck it
I don't
up.
know. It's just one of those things, but I've been good. How are you?
I've been all right. I've been working like a dog.
Yeah. Have you
And I've
watched
been good.
Bridgerton yet?
No,
I hate
but
you.
fun stuff is Thursday, they have me on a half day, so I don't have to work 12 hours.
You gonna watch it?
So I can watch it. Yeah, I can watch it at night. And I was thinking of doing it either Thursday or I was thinking of doing it next, what was it, next Wednesday when I'm off. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
watch it in the morning when the girls are in school.
Well, either way,
So I
you
can
have
have
to watch
my
it.
alone time.
You need to hurry up.
I know. I've been seeing TikToks, like thirst traps of him, and I keep wiping away because I don't want any spoilers. But my God, it's hard.
I
I
know.
love him.
You have to watch it
I love him.
and text me when you're watching it.
Okay.
Okay, great.
All right. Let's get into the book facts. So the title is The Lifeless. The author is Lori Nelson Spielman. Release date was September 29th, 2009. And this is the blurb. So Brett Bollinger seems to have it all, but when her mother passes away, she's faced with the ultimate challenge, completing the life list her mom created for her, a list of dreams and goals Brett must accomplish to fully live the life she's been putting off. Along the way, she discovers love, friendship, and who she truly is, proving that sometimes the journey is just as important as the destination. It's the friends we make along the way.
It really is.
It
And
truly is. And for Brett, it truly
she
is.
truly makes a lot of friends along the way.
Her whole life just like changed.
Mhm.
Like, and it was a quick, like, instant. I was like, oh my God, should I
Yeah,
do that?
you should.
No.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, what is your history with this book? What are your thoughts? Tell me. I want to know the history because you put this on the list and I've
List.
never heard of. Yeah, you the list. I've never heard of it. I didn't even know it was a movie. Like, how did you hear about it?
So, I didn't know about the book. I knew The Lifeless on Netflix because I just know what was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And like on Netflix, how they have sections where it's like romance, IA, and this was like
Yeah.
it says like page to screen. And then it was like one of
You know they're not
those.
trying to get copyrighted by us.
I know, right?
You know they're not. You know they're trying not to get copyrighted
I
by
was
us
like, okay.
because
But
that's a loss.
I was like, okay. And so it was like in that category. So then I like looked it up more. I was like, is a book, and I was like, since we're doing Netflix month to let's just add it to the list because why not?
Yeah.
I never heard of the book until I added it to the list, and I did the Audible version, which was actually really good.
Is it a
I
dual Audible or is
It's
it just the
no,
one?
it's just one
Yeah.
person, and I enjoyed it. It takes time.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long book. It takes time to get through. I think when she started like going through her list is when I got invested, and when she started like meeting all the different characters, it's when things start happening. There are a lot of characters, so there were
Yeah.
times where I was like lost kind of, like I had to keep track.
Was
I
kinda
was like,
confused of, like, who is who.
yeah, especially when it's
Yeah.
one person doing a voice, it's hard to have like distinct like characters. So I had to really focus when I did the Audible. I was like, I think if I had read it, I would have like, understood it better what versus Audible.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, I really enjoyed the book. I was, like, so happy at the end, and I don't know, I liked it, it was different. There was a lot of twists and turns, things that I thought was gonna happen didn't happen. It was, like, different, and who she ends up being with at the end of it is very different, and I was, like, I was so shocked.
Oh my god, you were like, "I didn't think this was gonna happen, hello?"
Okay, I read the book before I watched the show, and when I read the book, I was like, oh my god." I was like, "I can't wait to see that on the screen, and it's gonna be, like it's such a great shocker, and I just can't wait." And then, I watched the film and I was like, "That wasn't where did that scene go?" It's not even in this movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so I didn't finish the book, so you have to tell me the scene because the book is
Okay.
long and the book
Mhm.
is starts off slow, and so I
Mhm.
didn't finish the book. And it's not like it's not the writing is bad or anything. It's just it's too slow for me to for my brain, especially with like lately I haven't been reading and
Mhm.
it's probably because I'm tired or it's just I just can't like focus on a book. But like if it doesn't start off like immediately where I'm pulled in, I'm like out of sight, out of mind. So I didn't finish the book, but so you gotta tell me what scene.
Okay, so throughout the whole book, she goes on, like, dates because she's trying to find the love of her life that's on her list, find the love of her life, and also get a baby. She has to have a baby. That's on the list.
Yeah.
And you think the whole time she's gonna end up with Brad, and so this whole time I'm reading it, in your mind, it's the most common sense of a trope, like friends to
Oh my god,
lovers.
does she end up with Garrett?
So wait, so she's going through this,
Okay.
and throughout the book, she's introduced to another guy named Herbert, who's like her brother's friend, and you think she's
Who
gonna
is
end up
her?
he was boring, that's who he is.
Okay.
And he's a doctor. You think she's gonna end up with Herbert, and at the very end, they have a Thanksgiving meal. Not Thanksgiving, I'm sorry. At the very end, they're having a party for the mom, like the mom's birthday, I think it was.
Yeah.
And someone's at the door and they're like, whoever's at the door to go away. Like, we're having a special moment. So one of the little nieces runs out there and is like, go away. And she came back and they were like, who was it? She's like, I don't know, Dr. So and so. And they're like, and Brett, she's like, oh my God, it's Dr. Herbert. Like, maybe this is a sign, like my true love. Like, this is like the end of the chapter. So she's like, maybe I'm supposed to be with Dr. Herbert after all. And this is like my last gift that my mom is giving me. So she runs out there and she can't find him. But then also throughout the book, she's obsessed with this Burberry coat guy that she keeps seeing. This guy who wears a Burberry coat,
Oh my god.
and while she's working for
Burberry.
yeah, and while she's working for, the youth center or whatever she's doing, she's always on the phone with a doctor, Dr. Garrett, and they always have conversations, but she never physically meets him. So before the dinner, she has to run to the store to get, I think, ice cream, and she runs into him, and she's like, "That's the Burberry guy," and he's like, "Oh my god," he's like, "I always run into you," and he's like, "My name is Garrett so and so," and she's like, Garrett, Dr. Garrett from on the it's me, it's Brett, like, we talk literally on the phone all the time, and he was like, "I can't believe it's you." She's like, "I can't believe it's you." She's like, "I've been wanting to come up to you and talk to you for so long, but, like, we just never have a moment." And they have, like, this moment, and he's like, "I have to go." And she's like, "Well, if you have time, like" can you hear my dogs?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit.
She's like, "Well, if you have time, like, just down the street, we're celebrating my mom," and he's just, like, happy that she completed her list because he knows. And so
Yeah.
he's like, "I can't, I'm with somebody, I have to go," and she's like, "Oh, okay." So she feels like, "Damn, it's never gonna happen with him." And so fast forward, she's like, Dr. Herbert, and she opens the door and she's like, where did he go? And it's like raining and she looks out and she's like running and she's like, she's like, Herbert, Herbert. And he like turns around and like walks up to her with his umbrella and she's like, I catch the side of the Burberry coat. And she's like, what are you doing here, Garrett? And he's like, I couldn't, like, miss this moment, like, it was a moment for us to be together. He's like,
I know! It's like 7 years. Do you remember that book from that Mario Kart made us read for
"Yes."
the
It
it's
was
like
like
that where you think that she's gonna end up with the guy that she's been dreaming about, but she really ends up with the fucking guy that runs the deli?
yes, yes. And the
Or
scene with
no, because like,
the
you think she's
scene
gonna end up with a guy, and then it's the doctor, and then it's the deli.
the scene with the rain and the umbrella made me think of Little Women.
My god, yeah.
Yeah, and so she ends up being with Dr. Garrett, and then you're just like I was, like, so shocked, and I was, like, so happy, and I was like, "I can't wait to see it cinematically." That didn't happen, but it was so yeah, just seeing her entire journey throughout the book, like, she ends up having a baby, and she
With
ends up
Dr. Garrett?
no, so, like, one of the girls at the youth center, whatever, the place where kids, teens, or whatever go to,
Yeah.
she was pregnant, and she also, I think, had cancer, and Brett was, like, with her this entire time, and the girl had her baby, but she died, and so she Brett adopted the baby,
Oh,
and so that's how she has the baby. And another thing is that, like, she finds out who her dad is. So in the book, her dad is dead, and so she's finding her biological dad, and she ends up finding her biological dad and finds out that she has, like, a half sister, and they have, like, this amazing bond, and he's there at the dinner at the end of the book with this half sister. Brett is there with his girlfriend. The brothers are there with his wife. Like, it's just such a, like, full circle moment, and, like, it just was so good. You just go
okay, I'll have to
give
attempt
it
to finish the book. I'll give it a try because it
give it
sounds
try.
good,
It's really good.
because you think it ends the way that it would end, like,
Mhm.
the way that it was set up, like,
Yes.
you think it's gonna end that way,
Yeah.
but it doesn't.
It's so
Oh my
good.
god.
It like give it time. You have to, like, get past the beginning a little bit to get really into it, but when she starts, like, on her journey and starts, like, looking for her dad and that whole, like, section, like, once that sort of starts, it's, like, where everything, like, begins and, like, all her choices are being done, and it's so good. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. You have to try
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I loved who she ended up with, like, that was just so cute.
Yeah, that's a good ending. That's for it to, like, be like, because it's like an invisible string theory, and that's a good ending. Okay, I give it that. That's cute. I like
It
that.
was so
And that's
cute.
hard to write out, is, like, invisible string like that. Like, that's kinda hard to write out,
And
so
I really enjoyed her writing in the aspect of, like, I think, like, you think a normal romance trope, she would have fallen in love with the Brad, the lawyer.
yeah.
And just the twists and turns that the author put into this book, and then also, like, the whole time, I'm just like, "How is she gonna have a baby?" Like, she's 34, that's, like, such a
Yeah,
big
you're,
thing
like,
to
thinking about
ask.
the one thing where it's like, there's,
Yeah.
like, 9 months.
I'm just like,
She's running out of
how
time.
I was like, "How is that gonna happen?" And then you're introduced to this character who is pregnant, and it's so sad when Brett thinks that she's pregnant, and she ends up, like, having her period, and she's, like, so depressed about it, and it's just, like, so sad, and then to have
Yeah.
her fast forward, and she ends up having a baby, adopting a baby that she loved because she loved the mother of the baby, like, she took care of
Yeah.
her. It's just so good, it's so cute, like, the writing was so well done.
Yeah.
You have to
Oh, I'll
you
give it a
have
try.
to. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do the Audible, maybe it'll be, like, faster, or, like, not faster, but I'll be more immersed, because I got it on my
Yeah.
Kindle, and, like, the only time I really have to read is, like, at night, and so I tried reading it, like, 3 ti I tried restarting it, like, 3 different times, I just couldn't get past it, but if I do the Audible, I feel like it'll latch on better, and
Yeah.
now that I know, like, how it goes, I think I'll be more intrigued.
Yeah. I definitely, her relationship with Brad is so funny, and, like, you really think they're gonna be together because there are scenes where they, like, kiss, and, like, he breaks up with his girlfriend and they have a moment, and there's, like, a moment where she, like, goes to his house and she's just like, "You're not with your girl. I need to find love. Like, you're my best friend. Like, let's do it." And they're about to do it. And then, like, his ex, like, calls and she's just like, I think it's real, like, mature of her and, like, a big person of her because she's like, "You you love your girlfriend. Like, you guys are always on and off, but you love her, and, like, you need to figure that out before you could, like, try to be with me." And so she
Yeah.
kinda gives that up, and she's just like, "I'd rather have him as a friend." And then just all the friends she makes, I love the relationship that she makes with her biological dad and her half sister, and just, like, her relationship changes with her brothers, and she just, like, grows, like, her character growth is just so good throughout
Yeah, because in
the
the beginning, she's, like,
entire.
withdrawn and, like,
Yeah,
kinda to
boring.
herself, you know, and, like, yeah, like, really, like, cookie cutter, like, "This is the path
Mhm.
I need to follow," and, like, the mom's like, "Anyways, bitch,
Yeah.
here is the list,
Yeah,
do it."
and so that's why I think, like that's why it's, like, it's a little tough in the beginning because it's very, like, "Where are we going with this? Like, what is happening?" And then I think as soon as she starts doing things off her list, and as soon as she finds out her dad is not her dad, and she goes on this journey, that's when, like, everything changes, and then you could just see her, like, constant character growth, and just her, like, thinking on her feet, like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this job, like, I don't wanna be a teacher, but, like, I'll do this," and she loves doing it, and, like, "I need to be more out there and, like, find a relationship," so she, like, is more out there and, like, things with the house and just, like, going out of her comfort zone, and you're just, like, in that journey with her.
Yeah,
It's good, it's really good.
yeah. My god. I think I'm gonna do
Yes,
it.
so let's
It'll be on my
now
life list.
put it on your list now to
Yep.
finish the Lifeless, just like she had to finish Moby Dick, okay?
Oh my god, yeah.
Well, speaking of that, let's
Moby
talk
Dick is
about
so good.
I've never read it.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I'll add that to my list.
We read
Have
it
our
in
own
high
list.
school.
I don't remember reading it in
I read it in
school.
high school.
If I did read it, I really don't remember. I probably
You
used, like,
probably just
Spark
Spark
Notes.
Notes it. Yeah, you're the reason I know what Spark Notes is, by the way.
Yeah, and if you
Yeah,
guys know, you know, okay? Spark Notes was a lifesaver.
exactly. Literally.
Okay, so let's talk about the movie. The title is The Lifeless. It is a romantic comedy drama based on the best-selling novel by Lori Nelson Spielman. Release date was March 28th, 2025, dropped on Netflix. Director is Adam Brooks, who also wrote the screenplay, and you can only stream it on Netflix, so ta-dum.
It is a da-dum only.
Ta-dum.
Is it ta-dum or is it da-dum? Like that?
Ta-dum. With a
Or is it
T.
bum bum?
No, it's with a T, not a B or a P or a B. Tea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so this cast is stacked. I was surprised.
Yeah.
As Alex. Okay, we'll talk about it when I get into it. But
Yeah, the name change threw me off
okay,
because
I'll tell
when
you.
I first read the when I was reading the first couple of chapters, even the blurb of the book, I was
Mhm,
like, "Who the hell's?" I was like, "Okay, Brett." And then when I was saw the trailer for the movie, I said, "Who the fuck is Alex?"
yeah. Okay. So as Alex, you have Sophia Carson. As
Mhm.
Brad, you have Kyle Allen, who I enjoy. I enjoy this
He's in
guy.
something else, and I can't remember what he's in. And I let me look it up.
Thank you.
Go ahead and keep going down the list. Let me
Okay.
while I do this. It's giving me.
And where is he from? Okay.
It's giving me. It's giving me a football player.
Kyle
Hold on,
Allen,
hold
The
on.
Lifeless.
I put an actor. What are these movies? I've seen him in actual
Say
stuff.
it. I might have seen him in it.
Space Oddity,
I've
The
never
In
seen that.
Between, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things, The
I've
Greatest Beer Run
seen
Ever,
yes.
All
Yes.
My Life, One Night. No, there's something else this man has been in. I promise I've
Okay,
seen him in
the map
something
the
else.
map of tiny perfect places or tiny perfect things I've seen him in. I've seen him in All My Life, A Haunting in Venice, and The Greatest Beer Run Ever. West Side Story also.
He's also in West Side Story.
Yeah,
There's something I've seen him in, and I don't know what it is, but it's not listed on here, and it's pissing me off because,
he
like,
if you ever
I have seen him.
I believe you. If you ever do you watch American Horror Story? He was in that.
I've seen, like, the newer seasons. What season is he in?
I don't know, it just says that.
Oh my god, I pull up American Horror Story, and it gives me Kim Kardashian.
No, she is in it.
2018.
But real
Which
quick,
one?
if you ever have a chance, I don't know, 2018, which
Oh
is
my god, yes. Yes, yes.
okay, calm down.
He's the okay, 2018 American Horror Story is the one where it's the coven, the male witches and the female witches, and the world is nuked out, and so they're
Mhm,
all the coven people are in the underground, and there's the one guy who plays the devil pretty much,
mhm.
and this guy is in it, and he plays like one of the warlocks or something, or like a human sacrifice or something like that, and like they they just do crazy stuff
I
to
can't. I
him.
literally can't with that show. I really can't. But if you ever
That's where I know him.
if you ever if you ever watch The Greatest Beer Run Ever, it's with Zac Efron, Russell Crowe, this guy Kyle Allen. It's like based off a true story. It is phenomenal. It is so
Is
good.
it funny?
It's funny, but it's like
Okay.
serious, dramedy.
Yeah.
It's just it's interesting and it makes you like want to deep dive more into like what really happened.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
okay, so now that we've
Okay, cool.
pinpointed, we have
Yeah.
Sebastian de Souza as Garrett, Connie Britton as Elizabeth, who I love her.
I love
Connie, yeah. And then you
Yeah, I
have
love Connie.
okay, so you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
say something
which
after it because you're like,
no,
I
I love
love
her, like, I love.
okay,
Yeah, like, oh my god, I love, like that. Like,
yeah.
that's how I meant it.
And then we
Yeah.
have Jose Zuniga as Samuel, Jordi
I love him
Moya.
too. Doesn't he play
Are we talking about Jose as Samuel or Jordi?
Jose?
Let me look. I didn't really look at, like, what other things that everybody was in.
Love him. I've seen him in things, and I can't remember what it is either,
I tried
but
clicking the picture like I was on IMDb. He's in Twilight.
nice.
He's Mr. Molina in
Who does he
Twilight.
play in Twilight?
Mr. Molina, I think the teacher, the science teacher?
He's in Constantine too.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen him in something else though, but I like him.
He's in
There's Twilight.
Narcos. Yeah. I like he plays okay, so he plays the dad, the husband of Connie. And then Jordi Moya plays Johnny, who is the biological dad, and he is in, like he looked familiar to me, but he's not in anything I know. Oh, he's in Bad Boys too, and Blow. Maybe that's where I think of.
Which one?
Which one?
Jordy?
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know who that is.
okay. And then you have Darlo Ladini as Lucas, you have what are all these names? Federico Rodriguez as Julian. You have Marianne Rendon as Zoe, Michael Rowland as Finn, Chelsea Frey as Megan, Luca Padovin as Ezra, Rachel Zeiger Hag as Catherine, and Maria Jung as Nina. There's a lot of other people too, but like I don't have time to list everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you finish the movie?
I didn't.
I literally hate you. How far
Kim,
did you
I
get?
tried.
How far did you get?
I got up into the point where okay, so the mom dies, they have the meeting with the guy,
Brad.
Brad or whatever, watching the fucking video on her boyfriend's Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember vaguely the scene of when she goes up to her boyfriend at the time, and he's, like, laying on that fucking sectional, and he's like, "Well, this is how I play my games. I smoke my weed," or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Ew, I got the ick from this guy."
Yeah.
And that's what I remember last, when she
That's
breaks up with him.
literally the first, like, 15 minutes.
It's like the first 30, okay, I got pretty far.
Oh my god, Tim, it's, like,
Kim,
2
I
hours
literally
long.
can't. I
You're the
huh?
you're literally the worst.
I know, and I'm sorry. I feel bad. I tried. I even restarted it a couple times and I just couldn't. And also like the time of like the little window I have of like to be able to sit down and watch the movie is so
You
like
watch it on your
small.
day off.
No, I have things I need to do on my day off.
Mm-mm.
My one day I need to do
You
things.
wake up early to watch the movie.
I can't.
So, okay, a bit different from the book. I mean, the Netflix movie is inspired by the book, so take that for what that is. So let's talk about differences. Obviously, the first thing you notice is the name
Yeah,
changes.
hello, who the fuck is Alex?
So when I first started the movie and it says Alex, I literally paused and I was like, "Am I watching the right
Is this the right
movie?"
movie? Yeah.
And I was like, back down and I was like, "Okay, life." I went back in and I was like, "Okay, we're just completely." Even the brothers, they have different names. I was like, the ones they kept is Garrett and Brad.
What? Oh,
The
yeah, huh? Well,
Garrett
the
and
mom's
Brad.
name too, no, right?
Yes. No, yeah, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
But I just was like, okay, so let's get past that moment. And then there was a couple times where I had to pause and get out and like go about life and then come back to it because it just like the book, it was slow. I just was like,
Yeah.
Where is this going?" And right away in my brain, I was like, this is not like the book. I don't like it. Like, what is happening? And then as soon as the mom dies, I was like, okay, here we are, chapter one. Like, this is the book,
Yeah, like, so the first half of or the first, like, 10 minutes of the movie is, like,
a
the
prelogue,
prologue that we
prologue.
don't
Yeah.
know about.
Yeah. And so then it started, and then when her boyfriend in the car showed up, and I was like, that is not the boyfriend in the book. The boyfriend in the book is like some fancy, like, lawyer or attorney, and not some
This
like
one is, like, a
deadbeat
deadbeat.
who's like
Yeah.
making video games. I was like, "Well, guess like maybe they had to make him that way so it felt like she was like really low on her standards. I don't know."
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like him. And then her father and biological father. So, like I mentioned in the book, she finds out that her dad, that she thought was her dad, isn't her dad. And that's why she's like, that's why he never cared for me. He didn't love me the way he loved my brothers. And in the book, the father is dead. And so she searches for her biological father and she creates a bond with her biological father, right?
Mhm.
In the movie, her father is very much alive, and she finds out that he is not her dad during a dinner. They have a dinner together because they have, like, a weird relationship where, like, she also feels like he never really loved her fully or, like, cared enough for her, and she never understood why, and a thing on the list was, like, to mend things with your father. That was, like, one of the things on the list. And so she's at dinner with the dad, and the dad's like, "You think your mom was like such a perfect angel? Like, you have no idea." And she's like, "Well, then tell me. Like, you say all these things, then tell me what about mom isn't perfect." And he tells her, like, "Your mom was in love with somebody else, and you're not my daughter." And she just is like, "What the
That's
fuck?"
crazy.
Yeah, and he's like, "I just couldn't get past it." And so she goes on this journey to find her biological father. She stops kind of talking to her dad because she's, like, mad at him, and she finds her biological father. He's, like, a musician, just like in the book, but when she meets him, he kind of, like
That's the guy in the bar, right?
yeah, he, like
I seen that scene.
he, like, ghosts her. She's like, "Meet me I'm staying at this hotel, like, I would love to have lunch with you, breakfast, like, just to talk." And he's like, "Okay." And so she wakes up the next day and he never shows up, and that's the last you ever hear of him.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "I guess it's better that way." And in the movie, she ends up growing, like, a closer bond to her father because she
Than the
realizes
biological.
yeah, because she's like, "I'm sorry, like, at the end of the day, you're my dad, and I love you." And he's like, "I love you too." And they have, like, a close bond.
Yeah.
And there's no
Okay.
half sister or anything like that. And in the movie, her love choice so in the movie, the way rom-com works, she ends up with Brad, the
Yeah.
lawyer/attorney, and Garrett is annoying as fuck in the movie.
Yeah, he's the guy that she originally dates, right? She's like after the list and she breaks up with like the boyfriend,
There's a yeah.
she goes and dates him,
Yes.
but like they have a dinner party, right?
Yes.
And then at the dinner party, he's like,
He's like,
"This
"Why are
really
your
isn't my
friends
vibe."
weird? Your friends
Yeah,
are
like he's
weird.
like, "This is
Why do you
so
guys
weird."
ask dumb questions?"
Yeah, because he's like a doctor, so he's like high, like he has like on a high horse. Yeah,
Bougie.
yeah, I remember that, and I remember being like,
Oh my god.
ew.
Yeah, and he's like, "Your
I was
apartment
like,
is
I got the
so"
ick.
he's like, "Your apartment is so small." Like, "You're annoying."
Yeah.
like, it was
Okay.
at that moment I was all for Garrett because I was like, "He's cool." Like, he
Yeah, they were
cares.
vibing.
Yeah, and then when that whole dinner party happened, I was like, "Garrett, like, no, it's
Like,
not."
ew. You gave me the ick.
Yeah. So they
Yeah,
broke
I remember
up.
that.
So, like, they separate, and she's like, "Oh," because this is before she has to go see her biological dad. So she's like,
Mhm.
"Who's gonna drive me to go see my dad then?" And he's just like, "Sorry, it's not me." So she has Brad and Brad's
Brad and his girlfriend,
girlfriend.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they go, and when they check into the hotel, the girlfriend is just, like, sitting there and just looking at them, and she's just like, "Y'all have a chemistry, like, a weird chemistry."
Yeah, like, she
And
clocked
she
it, like, hella fast.
she ends up leaving. She's like she tells Brad they end up having a fight, and Brad tells Alex, like, "Oh, she had work, she had to leave." And then Alex and Brad end up, like, having sex and having a relationship, and then when they drive back home to New York or whatever, she's like, "You have Nina," and he's like, "Actually, I don't. We broke up. That's why she's not here." And she's like, "Why did you guys break up?" And he's like, "Because of you." And I felt like I was like, "Brad," and he was just like, "I love you, like, you're not weird, your life is, like, perfect, like, everything about you, you know, you shouldn't have to change for other people." And I was just like, "Ah, Brad." I was like, "I love Brad." And she
It's
was like,
freaking Garrett.
"Yeah." And she was like, "I" yeah, she was and then she's like, "I can't do this right now, like, this is, like, too much." And she ends up being with Brad at the end of it,
Yeah.
which I love. I love, but then I was like,
The way that they do it in the movie is nice, but,
it
like, the
works.
book version is nicer.
Yeah,
But, like,
the
it would be hard to do the invisible string thing with Garrett because, like, you would catch it after, like, the second time I've seen that stupid Burberry coat. Like, you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Well, so, like, and you
if
meet him in the train, he's wearing his coat, and they're both reading Moby Dick or whatever, and then when she goes to work at that center, she goes into the office, and she's in that and it's him, and she's like, "Oh my god, train you're the train guy," and that's where their bond connects, and they go to that dinner, and they go to this, like, they do all these things, and you think, like I was like, "Oh, she's gonna end up with Garrett." Like, as I'm watching the movie, I was like, "She's gonna end up with Garrett," and then Garrett becomes an asshole, and I was like, "Never mind."
yeah,
So
you're
it's
like,
going back to the
"You."
trope that I thought the book was gonna be. Like, my mind was like I was like, "Okay, it's, like, going to the trope that I thought it was gonna go. She's gonna end up with Brad." And
Yeah.
she does. And in the movie, her sister-in-law is like, "If it's your true love, you ask yourself these 4 questions, and if you can
Yeah,
answer
I
them."
remember the test or
Yeah,
whatever.
and so at
Yeah.
the end, she's like when she realizes, like, her true love is Brad at the very end, she, like, goes after him, and she's like, "I have a list," and so she reads it off, and she answers them, and it's, like, all yes, like, "You're it, you're the one," and they end up, like, being together before New Year's, and I was like, "Well, this was
Yeah.
cute, I guess."
Whatever.
Yeah, it just was expected. Which is crazy because when I'm reading the book, it's what I was expecting, and then I
But
got
it
a
wasn't. Yeah.
twist, and I loved the twist, and in the movie, I'm waiting for the twist, and I got what I was expecting from the when I
Yeah,
first
but
read
that's
the
a
book.
twist in on itself because if you did read the book, you're gonna get a twist. If you didn't read the book and you watch the movie, it's a normal rom-com.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder, like, if I had watched the movie first, how would I have felt with the book? You know what I
You
mean? It's
probably would
that
have felt the same because because you still would have had that idea of the same outcome of Brad being the end game
true,
and
true.
then Garrett. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because then you'd be thinking while you're reading, like, oh, they probably just added Garrett for like, whatever.
Mhm.
But then you see Garrett
It's
and
so
in
good.
the book, and you're like, "Oh my god, no, they didn't just add
I
Garrett."
know,
Even like they didn't just add it.
it's
And then
good.
instead of us being like, "Brett, who's Alex?" It would have been Alex, who's Brett.
Yeah, it was an interesting, like, 72 hours because I did it all in 72 hours, so it was like
Oh my god, yeah, Jesus.
well, I listened to the book while I was at work, the book is probably, like, 10 hours, so 2
Yeah.
days, and then I watched the film within 2 days because I, like I said, had to stop and, like, go back and come back. Um, yeah, and the movie was, like, slow also. I was kinda like, "Where are we like, what am I at?" And then again, once it starts getting to the part where she has to hit the list and she starts has to find her biological dad is when I got, like, invested in the movie, and I was like, "Okay, where are we going? What's happening?" And then the ending was the ending, and I was like,
Yeah. You're
"Okay."
like,
And I was like, "So she never got a baby, she didn't, like,
yeah, because the
adopt a
list is
baby."
different.
Yeah, she never got a baby, she never adopted a baby, she didn't get a horse, there was something with a horse, she had to get a horse. Yeah, the list was a little different, and the way she received her mom was different. In the book, it was, like, letters that Brad would read to her. So every time she completed a list, he's like, "Okay, here's your letter," and he would read it, and in the movie, it was the DVDs,
Yeah.
which I
And
liked.
then the letter is what she would get after she completed it.
Yeah, which I liked. I liked the DVDs. Very
Yeah, I
modern.
think that's more, yeah, modern. That's what I was thinking, but
And
watching it with the Xbox,
I know. And
girl,
I enjoyed her, like, bonding moment in the movie with her brothers near the middle end
yeah.
when they have, like, a camping scene outside of their backyard, and they're just, like, expressing themselves to her. Like, "How do you think we felt knowing that you had a close bond with our mother, and we never knew why? Like, we never had a close bond with her, and now we know why, is because, like, your dad is a different dad." And it was just, like, a real, like, bonding experience and, like, kinda opened her eyes into, like, "Damn, I'm being, like, hella selfish. Like, I need to realize, like, my brothers are involved in this as well."
Yeah.
What did you think of Sophia Carson, Alex, from the scenes that you watched?
Her, I haven't, okay, I don't know if I've seen her
I
in
feel like
anything
you've
else.
watched you say you've only watched, like, the first 20 minutes, but, like, you clocked a lot of scenes. Like,
Yeah,
you were
I did,
there.
okay, because I have it playing in the background, and, like, I'm not focusing, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, I can't just sit there and focus. Oh god, she's in Purple Hearts, and she's
Yeah.
in my Oxford year, which I'm
Yeah.
excited about, but Purple Hearts is like,
I
but
know her from The Descendants.
oh god, yeah, she is in The
That's where
Descendants.
I
There's
know
something else that
her.
I've seen her in, I think, but I don't know what it is.
She was in that airport movie, on Netflix.
Carry On?
Yes, have you seen that one?
Oh my god, yeah, with the guy that's in, oh god, what's that movie? Taron Egerton?
Oh my god, obsessed.
I love hi hello? I
Me
love him
too.
in Kingsman, loved him as Elton
I
John.
love him in Kingsman. I
He's
love
so
Kingsman.
good.
Yeah,
I love Kingsman. I
and
love
he's
that
Johnny
accent.
in Sing, the gorilla.
Yes, yeah, and
Johnny
he sings
is
a Elton John song.
Johnny is my hear me out.
He lo
Hear me out, if I had to pick animated characters, is Johnny. Who's yours, the koala or the pig?
I don't like the koala. I
That's Matthew
like
McConaughey.
the koala is Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Or do you like Gunter,
I like who's Gunter?
the pig? It's Nick
No, I
Kroll.
like it's the sheep for me. It's
Oh
the
my
sheep. The one that
lord.
funds the thing, but
I
that's besides the point.
like in Sing 2 when Johnny does his performance. Have you seen Sing
He is
2?
so good.
And
Yeah.
he's
He
fighting with that,
loved,
like and he's fighting with that monkey or whatever. I,
yeah,
like, cry. I don't know why.
West Side Story.
I cry every time.
It's so good. Kim, what's wrong with you? It's animated. It's animated, Kim.
Okay, so the animated Robin Hood isn't a Hear Me Out?
No, he is.
Okay, so can Johnny, alright? You're like, it's
Is I never said anything about your
you
hear me
judged me.
out.
You know, you
I was
judged
judging you
me.
for crying.
You know what? It makes me emotional every time, even
The
when Ezra
actor
plays it.
loves Elton John. The
Yeah.
actor, and he's like, "I love Elton John, he's my favorite." And then he not only does he play Elton
Mhm,
John, he
mhm.
also acts with Elton John in The Kingsman 2, and he sings Elton John songs. He's
He's
just like,
so good.
"I'm living my best life," and I love him.
I love him so much, and I loved him in Robin Hood. He does play
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, he does play Robin. Well,
I mean, I love it.
so hear me out.
So good. Anyway, Johnny's a Hear Me Out, Don't Come For
Yes.
Me. I was talking to somebody, I don't know who, an author, or maybe I have a DM somewhere where I was like, "Johnny's a Hear Me Out," and she, like, completely agreed with me. So,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
use this snippet and see if there's any more Johnny Hear Me Outs out there. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
We to each their
So
own. I have my 6 scale and you have Johnny.
I honestly
So
was like, how did we get to this point?
I can't talk because my "Hear Me Out" is literally a floating glasses from Hotel Transylvania,
And
so
there we go.
I can't speak.
Okay. So, okay, so like I was saying, I feel like you've watched a lot of it,
I think
a good majority.
subconsciously, like, as you talked about it, I remember hearing and, like, kinda, like, looking,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Well, but I'm gonna rewatch it and sit well, I wanna read the book first because
yeah.
I wanna actually read the
Go through
book
that
because the book
moment.
sounds
It's very intense. It's
yeah,
very good.
yeah. So I'm gonna do the audiobook for that because I get a free credit next week.
There you go.
Here we are.
And here we are.
Unless I have to freaking use it for Purple Hearts or whatever.
Oh yeah, or my Oxford year is on Kindle Unlimited. I'm currently reading it right now.
Is it? Okay, then I'll read it. You
Yeah.
need to give me a heads up on when what the next book is so I can start.
It's literally on our Instagram,
I know, but
and I've tagged you in it.
forget.
Oxford year is next. Okay?
Okay, then
Please.
I'm gonna put it on here right now.
Please.
Okay, go ahead with the conversation. I'm listening. I was the
What?
last thing I was reading was a fan fiction, and it's one that I've read 5 times already.
Okay, but you can't read
Obviously,
these
it's a Killy
ones?
fan
Great.
fiction. You know I love Killy. Was there a scene that you enjoyed in the film? Tell
Oh my
me.
god, thank you for asking.
Did you like it when they did the diddly?
No, I didn't like that. I don't know why it was
Yeah, I
weird.
sometimes when I watch the scenes now after reading smut books, whenever a scene like that comes on the screen, it's either like, "Oh my god, I love this," or "I'm getting the ick and I don't
Yeah,
wanna watch."
if it's, like, not smutty
And most of
enough,
the
I
time
don't
it's
want
like
it. If it's
yeah,
just,
like I
like,
said
missionary, I don't want it. I want, like
yeah, when they're looking at each other.
yeah, I want, like,
I like it
freaky
when they're like
deaky.
it's
I
like
want, like,
crazy. Yeah.
freaky deaky, do something different. Yeah,
Where's the
use
you?
like, use something. Get the ice bucket, I don't know,
Yeah, hello. Where's the candy cane?
something. Take it back to 50 Shades, get a tie. I know he has one. There's a whole scene when they go shopping for ties.
Literally, yeah.
He's like, "Do you like this? You picked it out." No,
Anyways,
I think they're too kind. They're too kind to
yeah,
these 2 characters are way
they're
too kind.
not
No.
they're not Christian Grey.
No. No. A scene that I enjoyed was when they're driving and they're singing that song in the car. They're like, "That's not my name. That's not my
Oh, yeah,
name."
they call me out.
Yeah.
They call me Stacy. Every time I hear that song, I think of Charlie Day.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
But
from
yeah, Horrible Bosses,
Horrible Bosses.
he's like a hear me out.
He's not a hear me out, Kim. He
He
is a
is. I don't
definite.
think
Like, he's
yeah.
definite.
Well, for
Okay, clip
us.
this, clip this. Everybody comment if you love Charlie Day like we do because it's an obvious yes. Like, there's no, we love a short king.
Yeah. The whole
You know
cast
what
of
he
Horrible
is?
Bosses.
He's right next to Tom Blythe on my
Oh,
scale.
wow.
Towards the sickly side, though.
Ooh,
Towards
yeah,
the
yeah,
sickly
yeah, yeah,
side.
yeah. I love that.
Short brings you down a scale.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I did enjoy that scene, and I enjoyed that scene with Brad when he's like confessing how he feels towards her, and she like denies it.
Yeah. She goes, no.
I like it because I like him being vulnerable and him realizing like I like you, like I've been liking you.
Yeah.
From what you've seen, do you have a scene that you enjoy?
When she's with Garrett at that event, or Garrett, like, I remember, like, she's like high fiving this dude, and
The
I think it's
basketball
Shaquille
player.
O'Neal.
No, it's not Shaquille O'Neal, but it's like
I
a
know, yeah, yeah.
basketball player. Yeah,
But every
it's
time,
so
okay,
funny.
so the reason why I like that scene is because the first time I saw it as a glance, I said, "Is that Shaquille O'Neal?" And I rewound it, but I rewound it too far, so then I rewatched it leading up to, and then I did something else, and then I look at it and I go, "Was that Shaquille O'Neal?"
You're so dumb.
But I like that scene. I like the scenes where she's completing things on her list, and it's like that, like lighthearted, like
Yeah.
really nice. And she's like
Yeah.
high fives a guy, and he's like
Yeah.
hella tall. That's why I was like, "Is that Shaquille O'Neal?"
You're so dumb. It's not Shaquille O'Neal,
In
but
that
that
in
scene
that
does
exact
exist.
in that exact moment too, when she's high fiving him, I go, "Is that?" Because it pans to Garrett looking
It's
at
really
her,
fast. It's
right?
really
And he
fast.
goes, "I love her," right? That's what he looks like. But in my head, I'm like, Shaquille O'Neal's the most random guy ever, so it would not be like, too much of a stretch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get you. Netflix
Anyways,
could've. They could've.
yeah, they could've. He probably would've been like, "You know what? Hell yeah."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm for it."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm bored. Let's do
Yeah,
it."
let's do it. Let's get crazy.
Yeah. Let's get crazy. Where's my tie? They're like, "Shaquille, you're not the main character." And he goes,
He's
"I don't
like,
get a tie?
"Why am
This
I
is
here?
not 50 Shades of Shaquille O'Neal."
Why am I here then?"
Shaquille O'Neal's like, "Hear me out."
He's so funny. He is
He's hilarious.
so
I
funny.
love seeing him DJ,
Yeah.
but I love seeing him in the crowd of raves because he's just the tallest guy there, right at the fucking barricade, like, headbanging. And I'm like, "Dude, you're 80 people can't see behind you. Sit down."
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. So tell me your overall thoughts on the movie.
I enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? No. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Um,
I I'm gonna watch it again because
you need to.
there are parts that I seen, like, I remember, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, now I gotta." And I'm sure when I watch it, I'll be like, "Okay, I remember what's gonna happen here," and
Mhm.
then it'll fill in the blanks of what the hell I'm missing. And then I'll be like, "That's not Shaquille O'Neal."
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you'll
But I
get your
am gonna read
answer.
the book.
Mhm.
I'm
Read
gonna
the
get
book.
the Audible. Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause I wanna read it because it does sound good, and I wanna get to that point where I'm like,
Shock.
what I want the main purpose why I wanna read the book is because I wanna see if I can like, the little hints of Garrett,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You have to really
Not
pay
the movie.
attention.
Yeah, not movie Garrett. He's
No.
an asshole.
No. God, he's the worst.
He ick. I got it ick.
Yes. That scene really, I was like, "Wow, what a great actor."
Yeah, because I hate him.
I really was rooting for him, and in that scene, I just lost all respect. I was like, "Ew."
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
in the movie, he goes back to her to talk to her, and he's like, "I'm sorry. Like, I'm not used to it. Like, I wanna try. I missed you all weekend." And he, just said all these things, and she's like, "You didn't even ask me what happened with my dad." And
Yeah,
then
good
she's
for her.
like yeah, and then she's
Good
like,
for
"I'm
her.
sorry," and just leaves him in the hallway. Like, good.
Good.
Good for her, because I think old Alex/Brett would've, accepted the
Settled.
apology and just been unhappy, right? But she's not about that life no more
Nope, she's got a horse now or whatever.
in the book.
In the book, yeah.
So, what we are not settling on is our this or that segment that I have now included into our podcast. So,
Love
this
it.
or that, I will say it, and on the 1, 2, 3, say your answer.
1, 2, 3, and then say
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Childhood bucket list or reinvention era? 1, 2, 3. Reinvention
Childhood
era.
bucket list. I think it's important as adults that we cater to our inner child.
Yeah.
You know
What
what
do
I
you
mean?
think
Because I think that kind of brings out a more, like, open-minded version of an adult.
What do you think one thing from your list would be your childhood when you were like a childhood? Like, what is one thing you think you would have written down? Sounds
That's
good.
hard.
You're like, that's why I
I
didn't make a
don't
list.
I don't think I made a bucket list. I know, like, get a tattoo was on my list, but I've got, like, 5.
I always thought I was gonna be a teacher or something,
Yeah.
and I'm in
I always
accounting.
thought I was gonna travel. Like, I always thought
Yeah,
I would travel places. Like, I wanted to go places,
here we are.
but here I am.
We travel through our books and our movies.
There it is.
Okay, so Brad or Garrett?
Okay, book or are we
You
talking movie?
I think we both can agree on the book one, but let's talk about the movie. And we might agree on the movie actually. Actually, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
okay.
1, 2, 3, Brad.
Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the
Garrett
icky
could
Garrett.
suck it
Yeah. Garrett could suck it.
in his fancy apartment, okay?
Yeah, whatever. Him and
With
his
his
doctor
weird
self.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boring friend.
It really was. Okay. Safe relationship or risky chemistry? 1, 2, 3. Safe
Risky
relationship.
chemistry.
Okay. I don't know what is risky chemistry.
I think, like, it's like, means, like, you have chemistry with this person, but it's, like, a risk to be with them, I guess, because it's, like, out of the ordinary. out of your normal.
Yeah, that gives me anxiety.
Yeah. And then I think safe relationship is just, like, settling.
Yeah, and that's anyway. Okay,
Okay.
so corporate stability or dream job gamble. 1, 2, 3. Dream job gamble. Yeah.
You're, like, asking the questions, and I feel like you're like, "I already know what she's gonna do because I literally do these things."
If I could quit my job and be a full-time podcaster, book person, movie person, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, hello, yeah, so would I. I would probably have time to read the fucking books.
Yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. Mom's tough love or gentle support?
Mom, don't watch this.
We
Go
laugh
ahead.
because we have the same mom. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Gentle
Gentle
support. And maybe if we had gentle support, our choice of dream job gamble would be
our
coming
dream
true.
job gamble would not be a gamble.
We love our mom, but
Maybe my dream job gamble would be corporate stability.
yeah, we need that gentle support.
We love you, mom.
Finish the list for inheritance or finish it for closure. 1, 2, 3. Inheritance.
Foreclosure. Okay. Already live in poverty.
Look,
It won't matter.
look. I'll get closure as I'm also getting my inheritance.
Getting inheritance.
My closure is knowing that I will be okay with the
Yeah, like
inheritance.
closure is knowing that my bank account is not negative. That's closure.
Yes. A big romantic gesture or quiet emotional confession? 1, 2, 3. Big romantic
Quiet
gesture.
emotional confession. Is this like for us or just what we prefer
I
reading
was
other
just
things?
I was
Because
just
I like the quiet confession, but if it's a big like a book or a movie, give me that big romantic gesture. I want him doing the what is it? Friends with Benefits, Justin
yeah,
Timberlake in the scene where he's in
the
the fucking
train.
place and they're dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that in a movie or book, but don't let me be that person.
It was as soon as we said that answer, it was literally in my head. I was like, "What are we saying real life or are we talking about books movie?"
Well,
Because in
what threw me
real
off is the
life
mom.
re in real life, Jose and I do have quiet emotional confessions all the
Yeah,
time. I would like a big romantic gesture in both the books, movies, and in real life. So,
I
well,
don't want
whatever,
that
what
big romantic
I
gesture. I don't
do.
want people looking at me.
Stand outside of
I
my
don't
window
want
with a boombox, profess your love, do it in a crowd. I'll be embarrassed, but I'll love it.
I don't want people to look at me, that's
Ugh,
all. That's it. Don't do it.
don't
I'll
do
be like,
it.
"Oh." The person will be, like, backing up ready to do something big and be like, "You better fucking not,
You
or I'm gonna
better
head off.
you better quiet down and give me an emotional
Shut your
confession
fucking
right
mouth.
now.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You shut your mouth and tell me you love me, okay? Let's move on.
Shut your mouth and give me a kiss, we're getting ice cream. We're not doing this. Whatever this put the dance shoes away. Take
Somebody's
this
you see somebody, like, running up to you, and you're like, "No."
Stop fucking talking to me. I'll be overstimulated.
Yeah.
Turn the stereo off. Turn off the stereo.
You
Why is
see
everyone
people
dancing?
flash mob, your biggest fear.
Biggest fear is walking in a public place and then I'm in the middle of a fucking flash mob. You have got to be kidding me. Get the fuck away from me. I'm gonna start swinging.
Oh my god, okay. I would start dancing next to
You'd be
you.
like, oh my god, this is my shit. I'll be like, shut the
Okay. Book romance depth or movie chemistry vibes? Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Movie chemistry
Chemistry
vibes.
vibes. Because you can't it's hard to get that, like, that glance that people do in rom-coms,
Mhm.
like, whether it's across the room or that's so hard to capture in a book. There's nothing like seeing that scene,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, I have to do that. If
I
it
sh
wasn't for that scene, it would've been book romance depth for sure.
Yeah, I'm laughing because of the next okay. Cry on screen or cry in private later? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cry on screen.
Empire bit later, yeah.
I have cried on our podcast. I've
Yeah.
cried multiple times all the time, and Tiff does not.
cried maybe twice, I think, and
On
it
the
was probably
podcast?
Lord of the Rings related.
Oh my gosh. What movie did I show you and you were, like, crying? I was, like, so happy that I made you cry.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but it was, like, one of those times when you were spending, like, every weekend with us, and we were just, like, constantly playing movies, and I
Yeah.
don't know what we
Oh my god,
played.
it was the Power Ranger
Oh,
movie. And then after that, I couldn't stop crying. It was, like, endless tears,
and then we
and it
watched
pissed me off.
remember we watched, like, that animated, like, the horse, the fox.
Yeah, and yeah, the next day, I said, "You need to chill. I can't go home with this.
This
I
is our
can't."
life.
And I was, like, crying all the time.
People are probably like, "What Power Rangers movie?" The latest one that came out, okay?
Yeah,
The only good one.
with Billy from Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
and Princess Jasmine. Oh, yeah. I forgot, and Becky G.
Fucking Becky G.
Okay, last one. If someone hands you a lifeless today, would you start immediately or would you procrastinate respectfully?
Okay, but what's the
Do I
if
get my
they give me the
inheritance?
life list, yeah, would it be am I getting money? Because if I'm getting money, I'm starting immediately, I'm finishing it within a month. I
Yeah,
don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
I already got kids. I don't that's already
Let's
crossed off.
say you don't know. It's a gamble. There might be something, there might not
Then
be.
I'll start it, but I'll start it while I continue my normal life.
I
You know
would
what I mean?
procrastinate respectfully.
Yeah.
Like, if I did something off the list and I got, like, a letter to, like, help me move forward, I'd be like, "Okay, maybe there's something at the end of this." But if I did something off the list and they were just like, "Okay, keep going," I'd be like, "That's it? Like, I don't get
Okay, like,
anything?
give me, like, $10 at least for everything I check off.
There's 30 things on this list." Like,
Yeah, that's $300.
thank you.
The fuck?
Okay, so let's rate it. This will be interesting.
Yeah,
The book.
yeah. I have to put it at the bottom right now because I didn't finish it, and it would be a lie if I made it anything above that.
Truth. Okay. I'm really scared because I'm with my Oxford year, I don't know where that's
That
gonna
wouldn't be
land with me, but I really enjoyed this book, and I'm gonna put it at number 2 because it was a little
okay.
slow. It took
But the
some
twist.
time, but it did really good with the twist, and I'm happy that I put People with Me on Vacation last. Don't come at me, people.
Okay.
And where do you put the movie from what you've seen?
Movie at last. I think it's last. I like the guy, but I don't like him that much.
I agree. For me,
And
it's
I
like
have a feeling Purple Hearts is probably gonna be
a
3rd.
little bit better, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also the same because, well, I love the guy on Purple Hearts, and my Oxford
I'm gonna look
year,
after if I
George,
comparing, I'm gonna be like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where I'm like, there it is.
and then you've
There it
got
is.
Farmer George in my Oxford year, I love
Oh
him
my
too.
god, I love Farmer George. I've
So
been seeing clips because Bridgerton's been out and
yes.
people are revamping Bridgerton clips, and I've
Mhm.
been seeing a lot of Farmer George, and I'm like,
And they're
"I love."
doing, like,
I start crying.
parallels.
I'm like, "I love her."
They're doing, like, parallels, like, scenes from Queen Charlotte and then scenes from season 4, like, the younger them and then them now, and just, like, doing parallels of, like, how
Oh my god, cute.
Tiff
I
okay.
oh, shut the
I'm
fuck up.
I am gonna put Lifeless last as well, only because it's something I thought I would when I watched the trailer, I thought I would cry in this movie, okay?
Yeah, the trailer looks good.
Yeah. I did not cry. So, I was, like, surprised, and then also, I really liked the ending in the book, and I was kind of upset that I
Disappointed.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then also at the very end when it's New Year's Eve and she ends up getting the inheritance and she ends up getting the house in the movie. And at the very end, it's New Year's Eve and she's with Brad and everybody is there. They're all Happy New Year's and she's like going to everybody. And the way she does it it's just so weird. I don't feel like there's emotion. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. When you rewatch it and you watch the ending, like, tell me if I'm wrong. It just is, like, bland. Like, okay, let's just, like, wrap it up. Like, I don't even know how it ends. Like, when does it end and, like, when does it turn black? Like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? I forgot
Yeah,
already.
it just kinda keeps going.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it last.
I feel like Purple Hearts will probably make me cry. I know Oxford Year will make me cry because that's all the reviews I've ever
Same.
seen
I've seen
about.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
where
So
people are just so I feel like that'll make me cry, and I feel like Purple Hearts will make me cry just because military movies always make me cry.
I
Like, anything
wanna
that has to do with
watch I
military.
want to watch my Oxford Year first and then read it. I don't know if I should read it and then watch it or watch it and then read it.
Oh my god, what if that taints your.
My judgment.
No, you know what? Yeah, because what if, like, you read it first and then you watch it and you don't cry?
I know. That's
It's
why
like, what if the book is different?
I wanna I wanna watch it and cry because I know a lot of people say they've
You're like, "I
cried.
really wanna cry."
I do. So I think I'm gonna watch it and then read it, and if I cry when I read it, then I cry, but I wanna watch it
Yeah. You're
first.
like, I need to cry.
Ooh, it's yeah, it's hard for me not hard for me to cry during a book. I have cried in some books, but I can cry easily in a movie.
Yeah, same. That's not true, but I cry a
It
lot with
could.
books.
Yeah.
It could if it's the Power Rangers with Billy.
Isn't it sad?
Yeah, I can hear the song. I can hear it. I
Um,
hear it in my head.
okay, so wait, before we sign out, where does the actor for Brad land on your list?
He doesn't make it on my list,
Perfect. I'm gonna make a segment where I gotta
and
just
neither
ask
does
now.
neither does
Garrett,
Nick
who's Nick?
from the earring guy. Isn't that his name, Nick?
You leave
The
him
earring
alone.
guy? Huh?
You leave him alone.
Is his name not Nick?
Yeah, he's on my list.
Yeah, he's not on my
He's
list.
not up there with like John Bernthal, but he's
But
like
John
down.
but
He's like down.
he's a little on the sickly side.
Yeah.
But Farmer George.
Yeah.
You asked me when we get to Farmer George.
He's like up there past Tom Blythe.
He's on multiple parts of the list,
Yeah.
okay? There's 3 different versions of him.
Yeah. So okay, so for this one, he doesn't even make the list for you. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't blame you on that actually.
But Tom Blythe?
Yeah, Tom Blythe is the middle.
He's
He's the transition between sickly to non.
yes, yes.
This guy doesn't even make the list.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
There we are. Sorry you didn't make it. Maybe next year I'll be a little more sickly.
Either get sickly or get buff, honey. There's only two
Yeah.
options here.
Grow some muscles, lose some muscle. I don't know what to tell you. Okay.
This like
Right.
average Joe thing is not working
Yeah.
out.
There's only one middle guy.
It's Tom Blythe.
The only one. It's Tom Blythe, okay? Okay, so that wraps up today's episode. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, rate, and leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcast. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Official Page to Picture for book to screen updates, behind the scene content, the trauma that Kim and I just expressed about our mother, and author interviews.
And tune in with us next week as we continue the Sophia Carson universe, oddly enough, with my Oxford Year and Farmer George.
Yeah. Oh, God, I fucking love Farmer George.
I know.
Okay, tune in this Thursday as Kim, unfortunately not me,
Mhm.
sits down and talks with indie author Sarah Chapman about her book Between the Lines. I hate that I'm missing it.
I know.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
You're the worst. We had a blast. She's so fun. She was so funny. We went on a tangent with Bravo and talking about Vanderpump Rules and Traders, which we both love
Did
so
you talk
much.
about Project Runway?
No, but I'm sure she's
love
down.
Bravo.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot
I
of
love
fun.
Project Runway on Bravo.
It was a lot of fun. She was great to talk to. Yes, her episode releases this Thursday, which is tomorrow. If you are listening to this today on a Wednesday, it was a lot of fun. So make sure you check out that episode. And like we said, check out our episode next week. Sophia Carson Universe, Tadam, My Oxford Year. You can watch it on Netflix, and the book is available on Kindle Unlimited.
Yes.
All
Look at
right.
this person in my background screen.
Who am I staring at? Who is that? I see.
Don't know.
Looks like her mom.
The trauma continues.
Bye.